Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all very well. So this last week is the first week in 5 months, something like that, where I've got no chemo in me. So that's been really nice. Just got to wean off the steroids, but by mid-January that'll be sorted. But you'll probably hear in my voice, slightly ironically, having come off the chemo and during chemo had no colds or anything, which is good. I picked up a pesky cold now. So as I've been trying to get my puff back, obviously the cold is not helping. So never mind, just got to take it easy. And as I said, much better that I have it now than when I was in the chemo. So anyway, fingers crossed, that's the last we're going to hear of chemo or related topics for some considerable time now. So it's time really to move off our focus onto my Ironman challenge. So I wanted to do just a bit of an introduction and just outline what my thoughts have been, and also introduce you to the people who are going to go on the journey with me. So for those of you who don't know what an Ironman is, here are the stats. So it's a 2.4 mile swim, so 3.8k, 112 mile bike ride, so about 180k, and then a full marathon, 26 miles, as most people know, or 42 kilometers. So that's the challenge in front of me, and not helped by the fact that I have no testosterone now from the inhibitor I have to have. And I'm starting from a very low base. Apart from the swimming's okay, but cycling and running, not good. So I decided that to do the challenge, I wanted to make sure I was doing it as, I suppose, professionally as possible, and make sure that I've got the right elements in place to help me on the journey, and also accept the fact that because of my condition, there might be some ups and downs or unexpected bits. So I've got people who I believe can understand that with some authority, and then we can flex around it as we go. So there are three main areas that I need. Clearly, I need someone who's actually going to manage my triathlon training. And so from week to week, we'll be making sure I gradually build my strength technique in each of the disciplines. I then need somebody who's going to help my strength and conditioning in order to be able to complement the training that I'm doing and make sure that I build that in the right way and don't overstrain myself. And then the third leg, equally as important, is around nutrition. And that's nutrition during the training, which matches up with the planning and the strength and conditioning, but also fueling while I'm doing longer cycle rides and the run, and clearly making sure that I've got myself in a position for those two for the full distance, that I'm able to take enough food on that I can absorb while I'm doing the event. So that's the outline. So I'd now like to introduce the three people who you're going to see more of, who are going to be part of my journey for the next 6 to 9 months. So ladies first, I'd like you to introduce you to Joe Wright, who's going to do the nutrition and fueling element. But I have to, unfortunately, Joe isn't here because Joe is in New Zealand competing in the World Championships of Triathlon. And so here's where she is. She's in the North Island in the Ironman, as I said, World Championships. And so she's there for, I think it's on the 15th is her event, and then she'll be back for the new year. So anyway, this was a video that Jo made for me before she left.
Hello, my name's Jo Wright, and I'm super excited to be playing the role of Notty's nutrition coach for his Ironman challenge. So a little bit about me. So as well as a nutrition coach, I'm also a physiotherapist for the British Army, and I do triathlon and nutrition coaching specifically for Ironman and Ironman 70.3 athletes. I am a crazy obsessed triathlete myself. I have done 8 Ironmans, including 4 world champs and several 70.3 world champs as well. So I think having the experience of doing Ironman competitions is really useful to helping athletes be successful in their Ironmans. So in terms of what I'm going to be doing for Notty, firstly, we're going to be focusing on making sure his nutrition is optimal for fueling his training and recovery from training. We've got a particular focus on protein, given his low testosterone levels. So it's going to be slightly different to what we do for just a standard athlete. And then as we get closer to race day, we're going to be dialing in on race nutrition, making sure he's got a really good plan for what he's going to consume during the day of his Ironman event, and making sure he's got enough fuel to get through it. We all know that nutrition is one of the most important factors to having a successful Ironman, and I'm really looking forward to helping Notty reach his goals.
Great. Thanks very much, Joe. So second up is Chris Pugh, who I've known since probably 2016. So Chris lives locally, which is quite important for this part. So he's going to manage all my tri planning, and he's able to meet up with me regularly, check out how I am. He's also volunteered to come out on rides or runs with me in the spring. So here's a few words from Chris.
Hi, my name is Chris Pugh, and I'm going to be supporting Alistair on his journey to becoming an Ironman in 2025. My background in triathlon is both been involved with a couple of clubs, been involved as a triathlete, participating, and also as a coach and on various different committee roles. Participating in triathlon, I finished my participation career a couple of years ago when I completed the Ironman Copenhagen. The reason why I'm supporting Alistair is because I believe he can achieve these goals. Despite his condition, if he has the right mindset and he's diligent about his training, I sincerely believe that he can achieve these goals. I also think he has a right to try and achieve this goal. We started out our Ironman journey at the same time. Unfortunately, that was back in 2020, and Alistair, for various different reasons, couldn't complete it. And I really believe he still had his chance to complete that goal. So my main areas for support for Alistair is as a coach, and we're going to be working together, building plans in training peaks, plans that he can sustain and achieve, and the aim of that is to build his fitness to the level so that he can complete this big achievement in 2025.
Thanks very much, Chris. And then last but very much not least, the strength and conditioning part is with John Carter. And here is John with a few words about his role.
My name's John Carter. I am Alistair's personal trainer, and we are training here at Grantham Mears. It's a pleasure to be helping Alistair with his fitness goals and with his Ironman challenge. I look forward to helping him with his strength and conditioning goals. That's what I am helping him with, and I've been a personal trainer for 10 years here at Grantham Mears, where I run my business, Carter PT. I help people online, as a group and on a one-to-one basis, and I look forward to working with Alistair going forward.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, John. So hopefully with these three key parts in place, and then I'm very confident that injury aside, that they can give me the support that I need in order to get myself up to appropriate standard next year. And so coming to the event itself, I had originally planned that I would do probably Copenhagen again, try and do the event that I'd trained for before. But I've decided that one, it's expensive. It's now expensive in terms of insurance for me, and also I wanted to have some flexibility depending on how the training goes. These events get sold out very early, so I've changed tune. And I've decided that I'm going to do it at home. not in my house, obviously, but locally. And I have been part of the local triathlon club at Grantham called Beaver Tri Club for many years, since sort of 2016, I think. And so I've decided that I'm going to start where the club goes for its open water swimming. And this is a facility called Activities Away, which is up in South Lincoln, as you can see here. So I plan to do my swim in this beautiful quarry first off, and then we will create a cycle route. You'll see here is a draft possibility of doing one that just goes away and then we'll end up down in Grantham. It might be that we do another route, which is perhaps more direct to Grantham, and then maybe do loops around Grantham or go back up and then come down. And then for the third part, based in Grantham now, I would probably head out north for the run, and actually means I go down past my house, which would be quite nice to do, and would end up in Grantham at the finish. So that's the idea. And of course, talking to people now, then there are lots of people who've already said that maybe they'll do a bit of the swim or they'll do the cycle. Some have said they might do it all. But it's really quite nice on reflection when I've had a chance to do this and talk to people about it, that having been part of the club for so long, but in a minor sense, that actually there are people that I've been with for a long time who can perhaps enjoy the journey with me that I'm on. So that's it for now. Hopefully that's given you an outline of the challenge that's in front of me. But hopefully I've thought out well to make sure that I'm doing this as professionally as possible to keep myself right. And then hopefully by the time the event actually comes round in the summer, there'll be lots of friends and others who can support me and push me along while I'm trying to achieve my aim to become an Ironman. So have a great week, everyone. Hopefully by the next one, I'll have got rid of this pesky cold, and then I can start getting my puff back so I can start running and cycling again. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.